Hey, I'm going to guide you through the Desmos activity for those of you that weren't able to come to class or just were a little confused because we had asynchronous time. So on the date for 10/14, 10/15 under Unit 3, make sure you do the 10/12, 10/13 assignment too. But random sampling methods, there is under the assignment, half your assignment grade is going to be doing this Desmos activity and do it thoroughly. Don't blow it off. Do a good job. So go to student.desmos.com and put in this code and use your name. If you have an account, if you don't have an account, make one under desmos.com. It's free. Once you have that account, you can go on and log in. So we'll put in our code HSGKD9. And I'm going to continue without signing in. All right, so go ahead and just kind of walk you through it. What this assignment's going to have you do is display a couple different sampling techniques, and it's going to talk you through those sampling techniques. So this is talking about income segregation in the city of San Antonio using some of their data. And what we're going to find is for each of these a map of 100 homes. I think they were just kind of randomly selected because there's way more than 100 homes in most major cities. And you can see here they have different numbers. The larger the circle, generally the bigger the income. The color, if you look, is sorted by kind of along racial lines. So you can see Asian, Black, Hispanic, Native American, and white. And below is a table of values with their household income for those numbers. And that's real data. So for what you're going to do for the first slide here the first sample on slide 3 is you're going to just pick, these need to be your numbers, 5 homes that you think are representative of income. So, I'll let that be up to you. I'm going to choose, let's see, 65. And I'm not giving you any reason why I'm doing that. I'm just choosing these, and you can disagree and choose your own ones. 34. I'll do 67, 30, and no, we'll say 97. All right, once you get those numbers, you're going to go into your table. And you're going to put the corresponding income. And notice down here, it's going to give you the mean. You need to fill all these out because it's averaging it with nothing here. So that's making that down. So you got to make all 5 of those incomes. So for 34, I'm going to have 56,500. For 67, we're looking at 23,000. For 30, 58,500. And for 97, I got, oops, wrong, 42,000. And now you can see it gives me a more accurate mean for those. So once you have those 5 houses filled based off of your judgment and get your incomes going to the next one, there's going to be other samples. This is called a simple random sample where you just kind of randomly pick 5 numbers. So don't use the first number given. So I'll do 79, click it again, 59. This is just a random number generator on Desmos. 69, 54, and 78. Unusual how these are all very close together. But once you do your random number generator, the first 5, don't do any repeats. So if you have a repeat, skip it and go to the next one. 79 is going to be 212, 500. 59, 107, 500. 69, 27, 500. 54, 108, 500. And 78 is 44, 500. All right, so I got those. Looks like that means 100,100. So it's a bit higher than the judgment one. Then you're going to do a cluster. Now, the way the cluster works is you just randomly pick one number. We'll put that in here. And then you're going to go find that number on the map, and you're going to pick the 4 closest homes around it. So 82 on the map, 82. It might take you a bit to find this one. All right, I see my 82. So I'm going to pick 47, 80, probably 47, 80, 48, and 81 or 90. I'm not sure which one's closer, so I'm just going to pick the 4 here. 47, 80, 47, 48, 80, and 81. And then I'm going to look at my income for those. So 82 was 124,000. 47 was 62,500. 48 was 78,000. 80 and 81, 119,000 and 67,000. And I got my mean here, 90,100. And that's a cluster sample. The cluster is that location. All right, the next sample is called a stratified. This is where the households are separated by ethnic lines. So you got Asian, Black, Hispanic, Native American, and white. And if you click the random number generator, don't use the ones here, click it again. It'll give you random numbers selected from just those racial lines. So I'm gonna put those numbers in here, 57, 61, 16, 71, and 77. So a stratified random sample, that's when you have all the different groups that are homogeneous separated out, and then you randomly pick within each of those groups. So everybody's kind of represented here. All right, let me look at my income. So 57 is 139. 61 is 66,500. 16 is 23,500. 71, 25,000. And 77 is 76,000. All right, and that mean was 66,000. So interesting how that's a little bit different than some of the other ones I got. So that's your stratified. And the last one is a systematic random. That's when you randomly pick a number. So 5, and then in this case, we're just going to add a set amount to each one. So 25, because we're adding 20, 45, 65, 85. Again, use your own random numbers because we want to have a lot of different data to work with. So 5, 25, 45, 65, 85. 23,000. 31,500. 76,000. 20,000. And 48,000. All right, and that mean was 39,700. So you can see those means are all over the place. We'll have a discussion in class about what sampling methods are best. But as you do that, you're gonna see the graphs, so you can see these means. Don't look at the zero. And anytime there's a zero, that means some student did not put in all their work. So ignore the zeros. Look at the data points here. These are the class ones so far, based off of who's done it. And then you're going to answer some questions. Describe the judgment sampling method. What are the pros and cons of it? I'm not going to answer these for you yet. Just answer them the best you can. We'll discuss them in class. If you need to go back and redo these, that you can. There is the simple random sample. Again, ignore the zero. Just look at the income levels for those. And then answer the questions. Describe the simple random sample, the biases or the variability. The cluster sample, that's when we randomly picked an area and what was surrounding it. Ignore the zeros. Describe it, make sure you share it. Discuss the pros and cons, make sure you share that. Stratified, same thing, ignore the zeros, look at the stratified. Describe it, explain, pros and cons, explain. And then systematic, same thing. So look at the systematic, describe pros and cons. And then answer the following questions at the end. These are subjective, so there's no right or wrong answer for this one, the property tax funding, and a couple practice problems. And submit that, and that'll be half of your assignment for this. The other half of the assignment is going to be on Sapling 4.1 Part 2. And prepare to have a discussion about this in class. Bye for now.